Once there was an explosion, a bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion, an explosion that will be our last.
Hello everybody, my name is Wilty, and welcome back to Stranding. Let's get into it.
Your hard work, Spank.
This is our crafting table. We use resources that we deliver from each one of these.
Sam, you can use that PCC to build.
I'm not going to though. But yeah, and then we use resources and then we can do that. Miscellaneous cargo, I'm pretty sure is what lets you, you know, I think it increases the, there's a leveling system of sorts. I don't remember which one does what at this point.
Oh, this will be right at home in my collection.
That's literally all he had to say. But,
Thank you for your
he likes anime. Mr. Dead Man, which is just fucking amazing. Okay, what do we got? We got that and then this. We're gonna take this one first. Not this one, because we'll do that one on the way over.
To build a post box, you'll need to use a PCC. It goes.
Okay. So we're gonna quickly do that. And then... What the fuck?
Sam, assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated and build that post box, would you? You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time.
I don't need to check my map or compass. Well, not really. This area is pretty safe all in all. Oh, that's not great.
Sam, remember that prolonged exposure to timefall damages cargo containers. Don't stay out in the rain any longer than you have to.
Yeah. We're gonna want to be light for our next area.
Sam, I see you've arrived.
Most structures will get destroyed over time. Especially in this area. I want to build as little as possible in this area.
Good work, Sam. That's a fine looking post box. If you access it and select Share Locker, you can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters. Deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone will eventually come along who could use it. If you've got enough supplies, why not leave some behind?
Because they're mine.
By others, they'll do right by you.
No, they won't. I'm playing offline. But yeah, this rain can destroy your shit eventually, which is very obnoxious. Especially in the first region, which is this region. So we're not going to be building very much in this region. Just what we need to get from point A to point B. But we're going to try not to build much because this place gets destroyed. Not like, you know, we won't be able to come back here, but by the time we come back here to make some deliveries again, most things will be completely deteriorated.
Clear. All weapons will remain locked.
I'm good. I want to be light. Good. We gotta go through mule territory. With mule territory... Damn, I'm just got like... It's like something in my throat. I'm a little too heavy. Let's, reposition our cargo a little bit. Damn it, did I literally just did all that for nothing. There we go. But mule territory is pretty simple. Mules are like the pseudo bad guys of this game. They are kind of annoying.
Goddamn cottonmouth.
We're going to try to stay out of their territory to the best of our ability. Not that we can't go toe-to-toe with them. We absolutely can. We just... not in the middle of a delivery. You see that little post there? The best way to do is to knock out one mule with a piece of equipment you don't care about, then use their equipment they drop to knock out more of them. I got pinged. You can counteract that.
Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
We're almost out of their territory, so it's not gonna matter. You're not careful, they will take your shit. But at the same time, you can also beat the shit out of them and take their shit. That's a tactic we're going to be using a lot later on. Got the reversed rainbow.
Trouble, huh? Good thing it was raining. Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
Yeah, there is BT territory between our location and the next location. And we are going to want to try to avoid them to a degree. Like, there's almost always BTs here. If you have a car later on, there's a path you could take to where you can basically avoid all the BTs. But that's only because you can go through it really quickly.
Yeah.
I can see it. Oh. I don't think I've actually ever been in here. Of course. Fuck. Cargo's definitely gonna get damaged before we get there.
Yeah, I feel you.
Come on. This isn't the most annoying area. That's definitely gonna be the wind farm. Just ignore them. Can't really do much. Just gotta hope I don't get dragged, or I won't be able to get that S rank. S ranks are good because you get more XP from it. As it is, I think I've already spent too much time on the time fall, so the cargo is definitely gonna have taken some damage by now. That's why trucks are good. It's impossible for cargo to take damage in a time fall in a truck. You know, as long as it's like a fully cab truck. Okay, that's gonna be rough. We might have to stop for a second. Okay. This is where it's the thickest at when it comes to BTs.
Something wrong, Sam?
I don't know. Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
I didn't feel like I got... Did I? Yeah. Well, that sucks considering where the distro center is. Am I gonna get lucky and I'll get like a free pass through here? That's fucking epic.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
Yeah, he didn't really get much of a chance to rest from when I stressed him out last time. Either way, it's kind of nice that I get a freebie through here. This will be nice, but not for a while. Aw.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain on. Decontaminating suit. Rest is advised.
Let's get her done.
Way station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome, when he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? They weren't joking when they said you were a legend.
Huh, nothing took any damage. I'm kind of surprised about that. Nice.
Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
Nah, I don't mind. Do you mind giving me some good shit? We won't get access to that motorcycle for a little bit.
Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you...
Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
This is why there's like a, I thought I held it long enough. This is why you can soothe BB before this happens, to help get it to stop doing its thing.
Dead man, you there? Little help?
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excessive stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A still mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the still mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached. Each one has been physically removed from its still mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted.
Not really.
Good night, Sam.
I've only connected 2 areas. I'm not even remotely tired. I want to connect the 3rd area. I know I'm not going to have enough time in this video to get to the next location, like the next major area. But I should be able to at least connect to the windmill farm. And then make the delivery back here and get ready to make the delivery to the major city.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Sam? Can you see me?
How are things over there?
Still not under guard, still not chained up, still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east, back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam.
I'm curious, was Sam around before the Death Stranding started? Or was it like as soon as the Death Stranding started?
Waiting for you. Come and find me.
I don't know. That's the real question, is how long's the Death Stranding been going on for? I don't really remember.
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why, it's good.
Oh, I guess we have to take a shower. I was curious if I could trick it.
Sam, this is Hartman. Deadman relayed your request to me, as I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Chiralic. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react. Who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the death stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. 5, oh, 4, it's almost time.
2, 1. After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Now that's what you call fucking foreshadowing.
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken, but I meant...
It's not story related, I don't care. You get likes for that for free. For the longest time, this game was kind of like my hobby game because of the amount of time I spent building roads.
This isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save Bibi.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
Says the woman in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
I don't know why I'm holding my breath.
Sam, there's something I forgot to tell you. It's about managing your BB strength. There were some crazy. What?
Like, there's with a.
Did there let to buddy eat some?
I probably shouldn't be skipping all this.
If I find.
But he was telling me how to soothe BB, and I didn't care about that. I don't know if there's other story content though.
I ran some network diagnostics. Beryllium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know. After all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site. We just don't suppose you'd be up.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm gonna take this one first. Yeah, we're just gonna take the one, and then we can do the other one.
Mama's added a watchtower. If you never...
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
So which way is it? Ah, it's the one up there. Okay, there's a couple camps. We'll be dealing with mules a lot. I'm gonna show you the strategy to kick their ass.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Call it a rule or a habit, but most mules almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful, these guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight.
Yeah, we'll be ready to fight. Later on, we'll unlock guns, which we could use to kill these guys. I don't think it kills them permanently. Besides, they'll say you gotta dispose of the body. You don't. Nothing actually happens. Nice. This is a good ladder.
Remember, Sam, before you approach the fuel drop site, we recommend you use a watchtower to confirm the location of the post box containing our cargo. Fuel drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key. Keep a low profile, move slowly to minimize noise.
Not gonna happen. I want to be found. Gonna grab this real quick. Each mule site has one of these as well.
If you stumble across any memory chips on the road, be sure to submit them via the nearest terminal. There's no telling what kind of rare and valuable data they might contain. You're sure to make someone very, very happy with your contribution.
Spotted by a mule. Find somewhere to hold up. Look around and trust your instincts.
There's one, there's two. These guys don't have a car. And I win. I don't think I could take it all. Yeah, I can't take it all, but I can take this much. And because I'm taking the miscellaneous, I'm gonna get more XP for doing this. I'm gonna have to switch out my shoes pretty soon. These are getting pretty ragged. Nope, not gonna fall.
Come on, keep it together.
Not gonna fall. I refuse to fall. Then we got ourselves a nice little ladder right here. And that's the hardest part about this trip. And that's basically the strategy we'll be using for most of the game when it comes to dealing with mules.
Mules. Damn addicts chasing a cargo high. Shame we gotta deal with their bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything. Deliveries were handled by unmanned vehicles and drones. All we had to do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary. Damn near singularity. No reason for it not to take off. But it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of the service industry. So, after some consideration, we put it back in. Made jobs no one really needed and gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it snowballed. Now we got cults of cargo chasing crazies who get off on hijacking shipments. Jackal's always on the lookout for the next porter. Make sure you're not him.
Smart ass. I like Die Hard, man. I do.
Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. stasis.
Time to get that chiral printer in working order. Sorry to push you through so much trouble, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Excellent. You never doubted you'd come through for us.
How are your shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine, conditions being what they are out there. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart while you're on the job. Carry on like that, and it's only a matter of time before you injure yourself. I've arranged for boots to be added to your supplies. Bridges standard issue, so they ought to fit you fine. You should always carry an extra pair. But if you forget or run into trouble, you can fabricate an... Good work, Sam. It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
Yay. Miscellaneous is for likes, I guess.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine. That it is transmitting data into the past. Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network and the beach which we have come to rely on. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive mans with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable. The same could be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Good work.
I'd just about given up on this. I owe you one.
Ha.
Thank you for your contribution.
Okay, orders for Sam. Now we can go do this one. It's also in the territory of mules. There we go. I should have done that a couple of times ago.
That thing you're holding is a crystal collector. As the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high... Got all that? Rain, floating rocks. Go. Look for these three things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
Order assigned.
Collect at least 1 gram of chiral crystal. Question, do I have to go there or can I just go right up here where I know where one's at? Because they want me to go all the way over there. And that's stupid because there's one right up here. By the way, when you take a path a couple times, it'll actually make a path where you've walked. Which I think is kind of cool. Where the fuck's that crystal at? I seen it. There it is. I mean, it makes no sense to really do the other way. Wow, that actually works. That's pretty nice. Well, why go into BD territory when you don't have to? Especially one that's so far away. When this is comparatively a lot easier to get to.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
That's pretty simple.
Sam, Cairo crystal deliveries are a little different from usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal.
Ta-da!
Got some chiral crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Not a bad haul. Plenty enough for research. We'll take good care of it.
Only a B? Really? How the fuck did I get a B?
These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment.
Kind of pissed I got a B.
Oh, before I forget. This is for you.
That good.
I love these. We'll be using the shit out of them.
BC.
There is a correlation between elevated chiralium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though. Local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
Let's make the bridge, and then we'll go to that.
We've added a bridge schematic to your PCC. The first step is laying the foundation, after which you'll have to supply additional materials to finish the job. Plenty of rivers and canyons could do with a good bridge, you know. Give it a try.
Alright, we're gonna make the bridge and then we'll head to the wind farm.
Order assigned.
I'm a little too heavy at the moment.
Pleasant journey.
Okay, Sam. Make your way to the designated construction area for the bridge. The foundation should already be in place. With your help, we'll have the thing finished in no time.
Yeah.
Terminal nearby.
And then up there's the wind farm.
Additional materials.
That place sucks going to be honest. The wind farm. Not very fun.
Sam, looks like you found the site. There should be a terminal nearby.
Nice. I don't really build these too much because they're not that useful in my opinion. They can be, it depends on the location.
Bravo, Sam. That bridge should make life easier for a lot of people. You can be sure that every traveler and porter who passes that way will put it to good use. Keep an eye out for other spots that could do with another well-placed bridge.
There are a few spots. There's not enough spots, but there are a few more spots that a bridge will be useful at.
Sam's Border Bridges.
But not in this first area. That's actually pretty good. Okay, let's start towards there. We are going to want to slowly get rid of some of the stuff we got on our character. Because we are too heavy, and we don't need this much loot on us. We'll probably end up getting rid of some of it on the way up there.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
It is BT area though, which isn't the best. And it's also got like a... It's one of the few areas in the game where wind's like a major factor. What the fuck did I trip on? Probably should have rested. Let's drink. Yeah. Oh, we got some emails. Yeah, we're gonna be... Get up there, and then when we head back through here, we're going to be using the, we're gonna be making a delivery on the way back, too. What the hell's texting me? Shit. Wasn't paying attention. Fuck. Somebody texted me and I was looking. I should have stopped moving, but I didn't. I don't think it did any damage, though. Yeah, it didn't do any damage. At least, not immediately. Oop. Yeah, we weigh a lot. It's not going to take a lot to fuck us up. Got some sandal, it's a sandal plant.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, it's worth. It is worth. The boots obviously don't weigh that much, but it does help. Yeah, I found very few spots where strong wind's actually been a problem. Oh, that's really strong. We just gotta hold on to our stuff. Might be better to actually crouch. And of course we got rain. This will give us a boost on the way out though, which is nice. I see the little glint. It's kind of cool.
There we go.
Yeah. This place is almost always in rain because it's in BT territory. Ooh. Very good. Nope. I'm going to hug the side here. It's not perfect, but it does help keep us away from a majority of the BTs. And since it's raining, there's definitely BTs here. I find that most areas just typically have BTs, no matter what. Let me quickly... What was that about? It's like, the thing's not doing anything, though. That's not good. Who the fuck is texting me like crazy? It is 9 o'clock at night. Got some high-level gameplay here. Come on. We're gonna be heading down in just a second. Oh, come on. You gotta be that dramatic. Oh, this is getting obnoxious. Mother of fuck. Why am I still on the ground? Fucking bullshit. No, I made it 99% of the way through. And then all of a sudden, where I'm at, it just gets fucking swarmed. We're definitely not getting an S rank on this. Which is a shame, because I was really close to the end. I wasn't joking when I said I was close.
Breathe easy, Sam. You're clear of BG territory. The Death Stranding's to blame for all of this. The gazers, the fall of America, everything. It warped the world beyond recognition. Humanity had to scramble like rats fleeing a sinking ship. But there's nowhere else to go. There's no future living like this. If we're to survive, we need to find another way. A way to overcome the BTs, the Death Stranding, the whole damn mess.
We're gonna have some damage on this. It won't be a lot, but it's gonna be some at the minimum.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridge.
So definitely not getting an S rank on this. The S ranks kind of contribute a little bit to how many missions you have to do for these guys before you can max them out.
All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
This is kind of my fault. I came here with too much shit on me.
There we go. Steady.
So yeah, that little incident caused my BB to be stressed by 50%.
Thank you. With this unit, we should be able to power the distro center via the chiral network. Other places too, if it works. Here's hoping the UCA can put our electricity to good use. Mind if I have a look? Great. Everything's in order. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, we got darked 25 points. It's still an A, but it's just, I could have done a little better.
All we need now is a connection to the chiral network. Go for it.
Network bandwidth is a limited resource, and every structure you build consumes it. However, as you increase your connection...
That's just telling you the rules about why you can't build a million ladders and shit.
About time we did our part. Thanks again. You know, I heard the rest of your team was wiped out. Makes what you're doing all the more incredible. You're a one-man expedition. I hope Amelie's doing as well as you. Wonder if she made it to Edgenot City yet. It was her that put us in charge of the wind farm. I was with the group bringing up the rear while Amelie led the way. I've never met her in person, but it was an honor to travel with her all the same. When you see her, feel free to tell her I said so, huh?
Sam, got a moment? I ran an experiment with your blood. It seems you were onto something. After dispersing an aerosolized sample of your blood in BT territory, we observed reduced activity. While this is hardly definitive, as we have no other repatriates to whom we can turn for additional testing, it does suggest that the bodily fluids of repatriates are repellent to BTs. Mama had the idea of developing a weapon to test this theory. The prototype should be ready soon, and when it is, we'd like you to test it.
Sam, this is the perfect opportunity. We've almost got the whole region on the chiral network. All that's left is Port Knot City. Return to Capital Knot City so you can pick up relief supplies for Port Knot. By the time you arrive, we can give you the completed prototype in person. One other thing. It's not very often porters get out to that wind farm. While you're there, you should pick up any outstanding orders. No sense coming all the way back here empty-handed if there's work to be done.
I agree.
Have a look at that delivery terminal.
Good work.
One more thing before I go. So yeah, we got some standard orders. Standard orders are side quests, while orders for Sam are story related.
That's a request from
I'm willing to take this one and this one. I'm not willing to take this one. I'll probably only take this one, to be honest. But it won't be today anyhow.
Well, would you look at this? Thank you so much, Sam.
I say, I don't know what I did to deserve such kindness.
You're cool, both of you. Can I show it here, or do I have to... Yeah, data. Let me show you what we're getting them so far. So this is for our boy, Mr. Deadman. This one, and then this one. Because he likes anime and Gundam. This is what we're getting for Die Hard Man. He likes war movies. And then this is for Heartman. Alright. Well, if you liked the video, like the video. You don't like the video, don't like the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.